Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Such a great ritual when we start services. Welcome to our Soul Spark Shabbat. This is really a holy, wonderful, sacred space, a very different service than we usually do. Just a couple of logistics. Want to welcome all of us, but especially those who are here at Temple Bethel for the first time. If you're in need of a restroom at any point during the service, you just go out the door and go all the way down the hall and to the right. There's restrooms down there. There's an exit out here that goes outside to the back if we needed to make a quick getaway. And please make sure at this point now to check your cell phones that they're not that they're on silent or vibrate, or turn them off for the duration of the service, so that we can really bring our presence and attention into the space together. On Shabbat, we learn how to see. We practice seeing, how to see, to look at the inside of things and not just the outside. A lot of the times when we're moving quickly in our lives, we see the surface of things. We see the outside of things. It can be our way that we judge people by either how they look or how they might present or talk to us, or a situation happens and we have an instant interpretation of it. We see it in a certain way. And on Shabbat, we learn to see with God's eyes. On one hand, it can be learning to see a glass that's half full instead of half empty. It can be able to see what's possible. It can be about being able to see the goodness and the potential that's in a situation or a person. In this week's Parsha, the Israelites are at the border of the Promised Land. They're ready to go in, and they're scared. They send out spies to go check out the land, to see, to look, and what do they see? And what they come is they see a lot of goodness in the land, but they also see giants, and they see themselves as looking like grasshoppers to those giants. And even though this land is their birthright, is what they've been promised, they still can't fully see it. Later on in the Torah portion, we learn about the mitzvah of tzitzit, which are those fringes that are meant to be affixed to our clothing and that we put on our prayer shawls. And the instruction is, uritem oto. You should do this so you should see it. You should see those tzitzit, those fringes. And you should see it so that you remember, so that you are reminded of what's true. What's true about yourself, about the world, about God. But also what's interesting is it says, V'asu lehem, the people shall make for themselves, which some of our spiritual masters said, you should make yourself into a vehicle to see God. Make yourself into a vessel to be able to see deeply, to see the inside of things. And that's a little bit of what we're going to explore tonight through our music, through our meditation. If you've noticed, on the chair when you sat, there's just this one page. This is our prayer book for this evening. And really, if you can look, part of the intention of this as our prayer book is that we don't want our attention to be absorbed in this sheet of paper. We want it to be focused on the inside, on what's inside and what's around us. So what you'll notice is there are one-line chants from the liturgy, one line. And get that one line, look at your paper for it, but then close your eyes and stay with that one line. Let it open you up. And start to ask the question in your own mind, what does it mean to see with my heart? What does it mean to see with God's eyes? You can just, not a question to answer intellectually, but just a question to rest on your heart during this service. Another way that we ritually begin to fix our eyes is with the lighting of Shabbat candles. The light, which we'll spend a little time with, is a way to fix our eyes. And we have the great pleasure to celebrate the bat mitzvah of Kylie Lab. So I want to invite up the Lab family to lead us in the lighting of candles as we bring in Shabbat. Everybody please stand as we get ready to light or bring in Shabbat together. Bring that light into your eyes, purifying our way of seeing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
You may be seated. Oh, thank you. We're going to just spend a few moments to spend some time with the light. So wherever you're sitting, let your gaze be focused on the candles. It was an ancient practice thousands of years ago in our tradition to gaze at flame, at candles, and to let the mind begin to quiet, to let the sense of the flame fill us. So just you can pick one flame or you can pick both of them at the same time. Just let your gaze be relaxed. And just get a sense of the brightness, the energy that's present in that flame. And hold that question. How do I see from the heart? How can I look at these flames with eyes of God, with eyes of the heart? Do I have a sense as I gaze of the presence of all the people in this room, the life that is so present and alive here and now? Is it possible to sense that each person in this room is also a candle burning, a light? Tap into your own energy inside your body, the energy that makes organs work and brings awareness to the mind. Miraculous light energy. And consider that even as we look at the flames of the candles, and even as we open to that possibility that all the other people in this room are also flames of light, of energy, and that we ourselves are, consider that even the space between all of us is also filled with light. Not light that has color necessarily, but light that is just energy. We live in a very alive world. Glory and majesty are before God. Strength and splendor are God's temple. Hod v'hadar. energy. Keep it right inside. Close your eyes. Deep breaths. And call to mind somebody that you know loves you very much. Picture their face in front of you, looking at you with eyes filled with love. They could be in this room, they may not be in this room. They may be here on this earth, they may not be. Imagine their face looking at you, just adoring you. And feel that love in your body, maybe your chest or your belly. As you breathe in, let that love spread throughout your body, that feeling of being loved. You can still hold that image of the person. Let it spread so that it fills your whole torso and your legs, all the way down to your toes, shoulders, arms, fingertips, head, top of the head. Let that experience of being loved to just ooze out of your pores, filling everybody in this room with that feeling of being loved. And then imagine that love expanding out beyond the room, all the way to all of Orange County. With every breath, take it to all of California and the United States. Every single person, old, young, rich, poor, animals, trees, everything being bathed in this experience of being loved. The entire planet, let the love open up to the entire planet, holding everyone. And as you imagine the person that's looking at you with eyes of love, imagine who it might have been that loved them, that gave them the capacity to know love and share it with you, or the many people. And then imagine that branching out for those many people. Each one had a whole slew of people that saw who they were, reflected the goodness of their being, and shared their love. And if you notice, if you take the thought experiment out, it goes out endlessly. Endless love. In every single way that we express our love, goes out and continues that great chain, so that we're just a vessel, an expression of ahava, rachamim, chesed, and shalom. Love dissolves all boundaries. And that's what the Shema is, an invitation to a world where there's only one presence, one love, one heart that we all participate in, that we all express in our own way. just stay for a few moments in the silence. We need everybody to help make this silence. So one of the beautiful and deep pictures of reality that we have from our tradition that is one of the inspirations behind the name Soul Spark is the idea that in this broken world, the Lurianic Kabbalistic myth says that in this broken world, every single one of us and in all of creation, there are sparks of light, of divinity, of presence that is in everything. And that our job, that really the early meaning of tikkun olam, of repairing the world, of tikkun, is how to liberate those sparks, recognize the sparks that are in creation, in you and me and all of us, to see the godly presence that is in everything, and through our seeing of it, to let it live and spread and intensify, to let the spark of our souls be revealed to ourselves and to others. And it's a hard thing to do because we get so focused on the outside of things. One of the ways that our Hasidic masters look at this story of the spies going into the land is they liken that the spies going into the land is like the practice of each one of us trying to delve our attention into the material, into our lives, the details of our lives, and how to be able to see and be attentive to the holiness that's in all of it, the little interactions between us and our kids, the painful interactions between us and a family member, the joy and the beauty of a walk in nature, the presence of coming together around a common project, and even times of darkness, going through divorce or separation, losing a loved one, having hopes and dreams for a certain thing to happen fall by the wayside. And even in those moments, we're asked to find the spark, to find the light that's in it. When the spies go into the land, they say, we can't, we're going to be consumed by the inhabitants in this land. We're going to be consumed, which is another way of saying the material, the ins and outs and the vicissitudes of life are going to consume us. We cannot find holiness. It's too much. So in this moment here, we get to practice recognizing the spark in this moment, in you, in me, in the music and everything between us. When we sing Adonai Tzvatai Tiftach, we say, God, open my lips so that I can be a vessel for your praise. Also open my eyes so that I can see your spark in everything. The more we come together to practice this, the more we start to see it revealed in our lives, in the little details.
Adonai Satai Tifta. Adonai Satai Tifta. Ufiagim Teilatecha. Ufiagim Tehilatecha. Adonai Satai Tifta. Adonai Satai Tifta. Ufiagim Tehilatecha. Ufiagim Tehilatecha. Adonai Satai Tifta. Adonai Satai Tifta. Ufiagim Tehilatecha.
So again, turn your attention inside, either with your eyes closed or just gently gazing inward. And notice your spark. Notice the spark that is the vitality of your breath, the sensations in your body, the pressure on your bottom in the chair, your feet on the floor. The aliveness that's present with every breath. No matter what your story is, whatever things have been on your mind or heart, let this moment be a time to let the story go and just be with the vitality and aliveness of your own being, your own soul spark. The love in your heart. The presence and awareness and consciousness that you bring to this moment. Soul spark. many of us relate to the word God as a concept or an image or a picture or something we can point to. And the 13th century philosopher, rabbi, Dr. Moses Maimonides said that if you think about God as a something, however that is, guy in the sky with the beard, a sort of amorphous presence figure that's kind of around here somewhere, whatever it is, if you think about it as an idea, you're engaging in idol worship. He was that radical. Having an idea about God is idol worship, because when you're talking about, he teaches, when we're talking about the presence that is the source of life of all of us, that it is in everything and is everything, you can't draw a boundary around it. And what's so important about his insight is it leaves us open to be able to be present with the dignity, the spark, the something, the aliveness in every person and in creation. We don't relegate God to something out here, but instead have God right here, right in you and me and all of us. That's what we're learning to see. You know, we're going to sing, when we say the Aleinu prayer, the one in this particular chant, we have this one line that we'll say over and over, Ein Od, there is nothing else. There's nothing else but God. Nothing else. It's in you and me. And not only that, Aleinu l'shabeach Adon HaKol, it is upon us to recognize the spark and the God in every person so that we can build a world that is founded on the inherent dignity of every person in all of life. We take this insight, you know, this insight of practice and meditation and prayer to help purify the way we see so that we can then go into our lives in the details and live it. And live it and make it happen. So as we sing Aleinu and Ein Od, I want you to really just lean into that Ein Od. There is nothing else. That place in you that knows that holiness is everywhere. Lean into it and feel your commitment to do your best to live it. be seated. Part of the echad, the ein od, the oneness that we're opening to is not just in space, but also in time. That even the word for God, Yud He Vav He, is meant to be a conflation of the three Hebrew words for being. Haya, was, Hoveh, is, Yiyeh, will be. And so when we open to the one, to the Ein Od, to the nothing else, that also includes all those in our lives who are not with us, who have passed on to whatever the next stage of their adventure and journey is. So when we say Mourner's Kaddish and we talk about Yitgadal, the Yitgadash, and the holiness and the greatness of this Echad, we're acknowledging that the people that we love are bound up in that oneness. And them and us is all Echad. So as I announce the name of your loved one, whether you're tuning in online in your home or here in the chapel, please stand in honor of your connection. This week we're observing the following yard sites. Vidal Bemerguay, Ruskin Berglund, Gary Binder, Esther Black, Herbert Borman, Thea Bussel, Herb Chasman, Shmuel Ben Eliyahu, Helen Mary Fearley, Mitchell Flightman, Edith Black Gernreich, Frida Goldschmidt, Cantor David Gordon, Elliot Carver, Faye Klein, Carol Leibowitz, Al Levitt, Blanche Lefkowitz, Gerald Leash, Florence Levy, Yehudit Lior, June Lockwood, Eleanor Markovitz, Maria Matos, Gerald Merton, Minnie Osper, Harry Pfeffer, Diane Lynn Plosker, Lawrence Preisler, Julius Rosen, Nettie Rudolph, Edward Sachs, Julius Schack, Ethel Schmuckler, Melvin Singer, Julius Wadisky, Sidney Wolf, Francis Zipper, Mark Zoller. We also continue to remember parents of members who have passed away within this last year. Ruskin Berglund, Martin Cole, Muriel Engelman, Dr. Leonard Feynman, Zita Gluskin, Leslie Heinel, Dorothy Eisen, Pauline Kaplan, Judith Kovach, Jacob Lazarson, Celia Skolnick-Levine, David McKee, Diana Lynn Plosker, Bella Rosenberg, Rosalind Shane, Leon Martin Silverstone, Howard Sidney Slusher, Miriam Wellickson, and Seymour Wellickson. Is there anybody else that we're saying Kaddish for? You may stand or sit according to your custom for Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shmei Rabbah, v'alma divrach herutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei techobei Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam omei omaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudisha b'rechu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, huya asei shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru amen. May their memory be for a blessing.
Hey oh, 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 hey oh. יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, והכולה. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, והכולה. שלום עלינו ויבוא העולם, סלאם שלום. סלאם עלינו ויבוא העולם, סלאם שלום. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, והכולה. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, והכולה. סלאם עלינו ויבוא העולם, סלאם שלום. סלאם עלינו ויבוא העולם, סלאם
Want to invite up Talia Roy to share some of our temple announcements with our community and to help us pass out some challah. You got it?
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you to Rabbi Kavod. Oops. Thank you to Rabbi Kavod, Cantor Natalie, our singers, and our amazing band of Milk and Honey for this beautiful service. Mazel Tov to Kylie and the entire Lob family. Join us tomorrow at 10 a.m. as we celebrate Kylie becoming a bat mitzvah. At 9:15 a.m., join us for our conservative Shabbat morning service in the chapel. Also, Torah study is available via Zoom every Saturday at 9 a.m. Details for all events mentioned are available on our website. Just a few things to note. We are looking for greeters for our Friday and Saturday services to help us create a warm and welcoming environment. If you'd like to sign up, please call the temple office. Also, look for your membership renewal packages, which you should have received in both your mailboxes and inboxes. Next, I am doing my B'nai Mitzvah project alongside Sagiv Alkayem. For this service project, we are supporting Child's Free. This program benefits foster children with back-to-school clothing and by providing them with backpacks full of school supplies. We ask you for your support by 1, fulfilling our Target wish list. You can see me after for the link. 2, donating on the temple website, or 3, volunteering to participate on the day of the event. Now, just because you may be out of school doesn't mean it's time to stop learning. Check out our World of Judaism classes and our brand new Trope classes. Both will improve your skills to make you more comfortable and able to participate in services. Next, if you like golf, support the temple and play the day away on July 10th with our tournament sponsored by the Men's Club. Finally, mark your calendars for July 7th. This will be our first service with Rabbi Jason Rosner. Thank you and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Talia, you're hired.
Wait. So just want to add, so one of the classes that Talia was talking about, if you want to learn to chant Torah, the first class is this Tuesday, June 20th. We also have this wonderful custom at Temple Bethel to offer prayers of healing through challah. And if you want to do this mitzvah, you can take this challah to somebody in our community who can't be here because of illness or going through grief. And there's all the directions that are on here, just like a MapQuest. You remember MapQuest? And there's a phone number and all that you can that you can take it to. So this one goes to Mission Viejo. Can anybody take a challah to Mission Viejo? Right over here. Beautiful. Thank you. And this one here goes to Laguna Niguel. Not so far. We got Cindy and Susie. You can see, you guys can duke it out there. All right. And it is my pleasure to invite up Kylie and her family to lead us in Kiddush to sanctify Shabbat over This Is the Good Stuff.
Only the best Manischewitz for you. Baruch atah Adonai
Eloheinu melech haolam borei pari hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu
v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'ratzon inchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techilah lemikra'e kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'harta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim ve'shabbat koshecha ve'ahava u'ratzon inchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat l'chaim.
And there is Kiddush wine and juice that's right outside the chapel there when we're done, and some challah that you can help yourself from. Okay, I'll grab that. Grab the challah, both pieces. Hold it up.
Baruch atah
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lehem min haaretz. Amen.
Be the light inside the darkness, be the hope, burning bright into the night, be the voice, for those who cannot race, be the one who leads the way, to the world's darkest days, be the light, be the light, be the light. Shabbat Shalom.